What is up, everyone? It is Thursday. I was sitting here and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go live because why not? It's live. We're doing it. Let's see. Alrighty. Doing things live because that's how we roll. Nope, we don't want that. Oh, if you guys are watching the review of this, you should give this video a thumbs up because you guys are awesome. That's why. But yeah, I just got home from work, and right now I kind of was just hoping to maybe, I don't know, get online, say hi to you guys. This week has been sort of a mess when it comes to making videos and such, so I wanted to do a live stream just in case any of you were joining. But if not, you guys can see the review and go from here. I didn't promote this one or anything like that. I'm actually shooting from my iPhone right now, so if it's kind of poor quality, I'm sorry. Actually, let me see if I can turn this around. It's because the better camera is on the back. Let's do that. How do we like that? Is that better? Worse? Maybe? Who knows? I got my computer over here because I'm monitoring over here, I guess, for the live stream. So other than that, I just wanted to give you guys some quick updates. A single take live stream so you can post later. So obviously anybody watching later can see. But this, I'm going to turn it back around actually. All right, there we go. Hey, how's it going? Makeup done by Holly. Thanks for joining. But yeah, I did have a couple things that I wanted to chat about in here. I'm sitting at my desk. First of all, we launched the analytics guy. So if any of you guys are interested or are creators, oh, hey, Kasha, I'm gonna hang out with your husband in like an hour. We're going to be launching the analytics guy. Like I said, it is live right now. So if you guys want to go over there, check out the analytics guy. You can search that on YouTube and go there. It's going to be a lot of really good information for creators. We got like 4 or 5 videos up there right now. So if you did want to see those. The other thing that I was going to talk about today is just kind of like a feel-good message for you guys. So many people, I feel like, go through their day job and they let other people determine how their day is going to be. And this happens to me like every so often. And on my walk home tonight, I was compelled. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a live stream. I don't care if anybody joins or not. Everyone from the Rivenal community here can see it afterwards. But the message is, don't let other people determine how your day or your destiny or anything, like all of you are in charge of that. And you know, if people are getting you down, if people are in your face or giving you criticisms or things like that, it's all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of taking that feedback in stride. And some people just are negative, you know, and it's okay that not everyone can be like you, you know. Not everybody has the skills as you. Not everyone has the perspective as you do, and just never lose that. Always be positive. Today was an especially, this whole week, this month, and with the move and such, has been like incredibly difficult for me personally. And I let other things that are external kind of get to me sometimes. And I had this kind of moment of clarity today where I was like, you know what, like, I'm not gonna let anyone else determine my mood. Only I am in charge of that. It is the one thing that I have that keeps me going, is like my attitude, and I try to be upbeat all of the time. And sometimes we all have these like momentary lapses of like frustration or anger or things like that, and that's okay. It's okay to have emotional, you know, moments, you know, and I think I'm just rambling at this point, but the moral of the story is like, don't let anybody determine your own destiny either. Don't let them determine your mood. People are gonna tell you all the time what you should and should not be doing. I can't tell you how many times I've had like a friend or a family member, someone who like I trust the most, tell me, you shouldn't be wasting your time with YouTube. You shouldn't be wasting your time all of the shooting and production and things like that. And what I have to say to that is like, this is what I want to do. You know, there's been kind of big moments of my life and that I've captured on video, and people are like, what are you doing? And to me, and how I respond to that is, I'm making memories. I'm capturing things that my grandkids can watch. I mean, heck, on this channel alone, we have an entire catalog of almost every single day. There's probably like a handful of days in last year that we didn't get at least one video. And you know what? It was tough producing content every single day. You know, some days were a stretch, especially if some of you like OG subscribers have been with us for a while, know that. But it was so awesome to now look back. I mean, 1 year ago today, Alison and I were in Santorini, Greece. And I have the privilege, the gift to be able to say, what was I doing a year ago, right? And like all the way back, I can see I was in Santorini today. Makeup Done by Holly says, I believe in you, River. You're doing amazing. Proud of you. You're going to make it big. I know it. Thank you so much, Holly. I really appreciate that. You guys don't have any idea, and if you do, that's fantastic, but any idea how much the comments mean to Alison and I. Alison and I do respond to every single comment. If any of you take the time to leave us some love, leave us some comments, leave us some feedback, anything, we try to respond to every single comment. And that's just something that Alison and I agreed was going to be important. We document our lives here on YouTube as a way to, you know, like I was just saying, keep a record of our lives, of the things that we are doing, and this is just great, especially as like our story evolves and different things happen in our lives. It's going to be all right here, so you can see it. And we read your comments, and we do it for us, but then your comments make us want to do it more. I can't tell you how many times we like get a comment that's so awesome and you guys are so great, and we both end up just taking our phones and like showing them to each other, like, oh, did you see that comment? And we talk about it. Some of them we've made memories with you guys and have been with us for a really long time, especially those of you who comment regularly. And this is kind of a tip for creators too. If you comment on other creators or tweet at them and things like that, maintain that dialogue. We remember you, and there are I can't even count how many of you I know seemingly by name and can remember the conversations throughout the videos that you guys have commented on, and that's just awesome. And I just wanted to take that time to say thank you so much. It's been a real privilege. YouTube is a ton of work, and any of you that are looking to maybe even start your own channels or anything, my advice would be just do it. You tend to overthink a lot of that, but just do it. And it is so much fun interacting with all of you. If you guys have questions, leave them in the chat. Shoot me a chat. I would love to answer your questions that you might have. Alison right now. Alison, if you guys didn't know or are catching up on the vlogs, started a new job recently. Alison is working at a small boutique here in town. One of Alison's goals is that she ultimately wants to maybe even own her own like style and fashion boutique, and the best advice that I could think of was like, hey, maybe you should work in a boutique. And she was naturally way ahead of me and had already been reaching out to people, and she found someone she's going to be working with and understanding like everything from like photo shoots to how the business works, all kinds of stuff. And she's learning that right on her own. So awesome, so proud of her. And even more proud of her, she couldn't join the live stream tonight. She wanted me to tell you guys hello, but she is not with us right now because she is actually at a class right now. Alison's taking a business class. Alison obviously went to college and did the whole thing, and but she wanted to know in Oregon here now, how do we officially start some other businesses and get legitimized with the state and things. And so she's at a class, she's grinding. I just walked in the door from work and wanted to start the live stream, and we're so proud of her. Kasha Bloodworth asked favorite ice cream. My favorite ice cream, man, I am like a foodie, so that's really tough. I do enjoy, it depends on my mood, but I generally do enjoy like the mousse tracks of the world, if that's a thing, if that's like a, you know, it's got like the peanut buttery and the chocolate chips and the vanilla ice cream, that goodness, that is my favorite ice cream. Josh, I see that you commented but then retracted your comment, so that's okay. But Kasha, hopefully that answered your question. That's not my name. But yes. Hello, Riv from Maryland. I just came on. How is the fire? Is it under control yet? Great question. Thank you for asking. Today is the best air quality day that we've had in the city. Over the weekend, there were 2 kids that were playing with fireworks in the Eagle River Gorge area, and they were playing in the woods, and the fire caught. And I think as of this morning, it had burned like over 30,000 acres of like pristine wilderness. I mean, I cannot even begin to tell you how tragic and heartbreaking that is for me. Being an outdoorsman, being a proud conservationist, my gosh. I mean, from what I have read, that family and those children are being prosecuted, which, opinions being opinions, I'm okay with that. The animal loss and the wilderness, 3,000-year-old sequoias and things like that, gone. So very tragic. But you know, the part of that forestry area is still okay, so it's not a total loss, but very tragic. But thank you for asking. The air quality is getting much better. Apparently it may even rain tonight and get a little stormy, which means wind. Wind is not good for fire, but wind and water would clear up the air a little bit, which is kind of what we're holding out for. Thanks for asking. I keep looking over here because I'm looking at my iMac to get the comments from you guys. So Harvey, Kathy, do you miss Chicago? Of course I miss Chicago. Chicago was home for almost 10 years for me, almost about the same for Allison. Allison and I are actually going back, a little preview for you. This is why you tune into the live streams, here in a couple weeks. So a friend of ours, a really close friend of ours, is getting married in Chicago, and so we're gonna fly back to Chicago, get to relive it a little bit. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, of course we miss Chicago. Especially Chicago's in the summer was tough to leave, because that's when it's actually really nice to be in Chicago, if any of you have ever been there in that time. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Let's see, looking over here. I'm okay with it. Also, those boys are old enough to know right from wrong. I totally agree. And the thing that I feel the only thing I do actually feel bad about a little is like their parents are liable, you know? Part of me is like, you should be accountable for your kids, but then I also was a 15-year-old boy at one point, and I understand how that can be tough for a parent, so to like keep track of your kids at all times like that. But holy cow, I mean, like, they must have got there somehow, so I don't know. The cats are doing okay. We've got over here, I don't know if I'll try to turn this really fast, like here's out the window over here. So on our patio, which if you saw our cribs episode, you saw the patio and things, the cats are both glued to the window right now because they are seeing pigeons and such fly outside, and they think they're little hunters. So I'd love to see them actually interact with the pigeon, because they'd probably be terrified. Josh, how's Ohio? That's a good example right there. Josh has been commenting, been with us forever. Appreciate you, Josh. But I know he's from Ohio because we give each other crap. He's an Ohio State fan, which we forgive him for. But says, my wife and I are wanting to visit the Upper Peninsula. Surely you have been. Any must-see tips or trips? Yes. Pictured Rocks is really awesome. Tequamanon Falls is really great. You can just Google those. You'll see why. The International Bridge is up there. Sault Ste. Marie is the locks. So if you don't know what locks are, for anyone watching, locks are like the things that change water, and you get to see these like huge like iron freighters go through there. On our way back from Canada, when if you saw any of the Canada vlogs, we stopped in Sault Ste. Marie and had a really great time. That's all in like the eastern part. If you're going to the western part, If you ever could in the future get up to Isle Royale, it's a completely wild island. I think they only allow you to like get camping permits and stuff, but there's like a ton of elk and moose and stuff, like really cool. If you go all the way to Houghton, that's where Michigan Technological University is. It's a kind of a bigger city feel there. There's just so much to do in the Upper Peninsula. It just really depends on what you really want. I think in the Iron Mountain area, that's where my grandparents used to live. There's like the old Olympic trial, like ski jumps that they do in the wintertime. All kinds of iron mines through there if you're interested in that. A lot of really cool stuff. But yeah, like Pictured Rocks, Tequamanon Falls. Mackinac Island is actually between the Lower Peninsula and Upper Peninsula. You can take a ferry over there. No cars are allowed on that island. It's all like horse and buggies and bicycles and stuff. That's really cool too. There's this, it's like known for its fudge, which is like, oh my god, I'm like salivating thinking about it right now. And there's just like a really cool like old-timey island. A lot of history up there and kind of like colonial history, so really cool. Let us know. Tweet at me if any of you end up doing any of that stuff, because I would love to see that. But yeah, great questions so far, guys. I am actually getting ready to go to dinner here in a little bit. A fellow creator that we met at Vlogger Fair is actually in town here in Portland for like Portland's Comic-Con, and Colin Bloodworth and I, so you've seen our vlogs lately. The Bloodworths and the Karabas have been hanging out a lot. We love you, Kasha and Colin. But Colin and I are going to go to dinner with Joel, from our guy from Vlogger Fair. It's good to see him, and we're going to catch up a little bit, so that's going to be fun. We're not vlogging it or anything like that today. The last couple days have just been kind of crazy, which is why I'm doing the live stream right now. But yeah, if you guys have questions, comment them down below. This is totally for you, your chance to interact and ask questions and things. But yeah, also, oh, hold on, question coming in. I've been researching a bit, been overwhelmed, just so much to do. Ohio is great. If I'm a McKenna guy and I share a hometown, that's how I discovered you. Really? That's awesome. So you're like the tippy southernmost tip of Ohio, right? Because I think, is it Ironton? Is that? I'm trying to remember when last time I was hanging out with McKenna, she was telling me about this. So yeah, I think that's it, Ironton. Tell Colin I say hi, Kathy. I will tell Colin I say hi. We actually were talking about you, Kathy. There's a few subscribers that actually, when they cross over, so here's like a glimpse behind the camera, if you will, for creators. When some of you guys that are so awesome and give us so much love cross-pollinate to other channels, like Kathy, I think you came, if memory serves me right, from Katie Culp's channel. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember that because Katie was telling me, oh my gosh, I have this really great individuals that comment all the time, and then they come over here, and some of you have gone to the legs, and some of you have gone to Colin Bloodworth vlogs, and we all talk about you guys because you guys leave such awesome comments and just make our days. So don't think that we don't recognize or appreciate your guys' love. We really appreciate it. Exactly, Ironton, Ohio, the armpit of America. I'm sure there are worse places than Ironton, Ohio, but got that steel trap up here. I'm trying to remember. I tell Alison all the time that I'm probably going to be like the worst senile old man ever, but there are some things like this, apparently, that I do remember from time to time. Hello, how are you? We're sitting here talking about just things with our little watch party here. I really appreciate you guys joining in. We've got probably about another like 15-20 minutes that I'm gonna sit here and just converse with you guys, tell you what's going on. Just as a reminder for any of you that may have come in or left already, Alison is working at the boutique, and she just got out of work and is actually going to a class, a business class, where she can learn about how to like legitimize her brand and business. Her stuff on the Thoughtful Closet. There, guys, if you can get to the links in the description below, Alison's blog is on her Instagram. Alison just passed 4,000 followers on Instagram, which doesn't seem like a lot, but is incredible. I mean, she pours her heart and soul into her blog. It's what she really loves. And actually, sometimes what she's not as prominently as featured on the vlog here on YouTube is because she's working constantly on that thing, and she's got more brand deals in the work coming up. She's growing. It's just incredible to watch. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I'm not shamelessly plugging everything, I promise, but the other day I put up a picture on Instagram saying just how proud of Alison I am. She works so hard, and I've seen her be so good at her job, and she developed a passion for this style blog, and watching it grow and watching her grow, and then now we're pretty much, like, I would call YouTube for me not even part-time. Like, yes, I pour a ton of time into this for us and for you guys, and it's awesome. I wouldn't change it at all, but she is part-time now. Like, she works part-time at the boutique, and then the rest of her time is spent on the blog. So I am so incredibly excited to see exactly where that goes now that she has the bandwidth to do that. Her old job, she loved it. She was so, like, good at it and smart, but she wasn't necessarily in love with it. And, you know, you can't really buy her happiness in that regard, so we encouraged her to do and follow her passion, follow her heart, and she did just that. Running late, traffic, getting home after work, also filming a video for tomorrow. Take your time. That's Colin, who is picking me up, and we're going to dinner. So I guess we get more time. What Colin just told you down in the chat is that we get more time to live stream. So thank you, Colin. But hopefully you guys notice some changes on our channel. We have really tried to make a concerted effort to produce better content for you guys. A commitment that Alison and I made, obviously the long drive to Portland, all 33 hours in the car with the cats. I was looking at them, they're over here somewhere. We had a long chat about this and saying that, like, we want to be better about putting out higher quality content for you guys, and also for us. So when our memories are going to be a little bit more well produced. I don't think we'll ever go back and change any of our old videos and like recut them or anything like that, just because it's kind of fun for us to see the evolution. I mean, if you go back to like season 1 vlog number 1, it is horrible. I mean, I look at that and I just cringe, but because of the repetition, because of having to produce a video, forcing ourselves to be more creative, over time it's sort of developed a style that hopefully all of you guys enjoy. I know it's something that Alison and I enjoy for our own archive, but yeah, it's been a ton of fun. We appreciate you making videos for us. I always try to watch your videos the day they come out and comment on them, except yesterday. We appreciate it. I was saying at the beginning of the stream, any and all of the love that you guys give us is so appreciated. The fact that you guys tune in, the fact that, holy crap guys, there is like 1,200 plus of you now is just so crazy. Bye, have fun at dinner. I'm going to dinner myself. My mother is in the live stream right now for any of you. Say hi to Joanne for me. Hi, Mom. But yeah, it's been a trying week, like I was saying at the beginning of the live stream. But like I said, don't let any of those things kind of get you down. Don't let other people determine your destiny. Don't let other people determine your happiness. That's really, really important. Also, some of you have been very nice to me in the comments lately when I shaved off my beard after CVX Live. It was getting like long and gross, and people weren't recognizing me, and I was looking kind of homeless, and honestly just needed a little bit of change of pace, so we trimmed her down. But good news, it's coming back, right? So we'll keep it this length for a little while. But Alison is not here. Alison is just getting out of work, and she's going to a business class tonight, so that's really exciting. We're super pumped and proud of her. But for all of you, because some people ask, and some people shoot me private messages all the time, and just because they maybe don't want to appear in the comments or things like that. And I just want you to know that 100% of the time is totally okay. If you guys have questions or concerns or comments or feedback or anything, comments or messages or anything like that is definitely greatly appreciated. Some people, if they're like going on a trip, shoot us a message, whether it's on Facebook or anything like that. Definitely do that. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. If you do message us here on like YouTube or comment, we generally get back to you really fast because that's where we're looking for the comments. Facebook and Instagram we're a little bit slower, but we're getting better at it, I promise. We also are actually, let's see, just looking at this. If any of you guys are interested and want to tell your friends to join us, you can share this live stream out on Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. That's actually a good point. Someone messaged me the other day, and I do not remember them. They were fairly new, I think, and they said, and a few of you have commented on this before. They're like, I think you guys should be way bigger. I think that they're, you know, I can't believe you only have this many subscribers and stuff like that. And you know what? I mean, like Alison and I are totally blown away that any of you watch our videos. You know, I mean, it's such a pleasure to have any of you watching, and which is just so, I mean, we're so humbled. But the best way to help us grow this channel is to actually share our content. You know, share it with your friends, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, any of that stuff. Tell other people. So if you like what we're doing here, that is the biggest and best thing that you can do that helps us out. Some creators don't like saying that, and you know what? Some of you are just so amazing and are willing to help us, and that is by far the biggest thing you could do to help us. We definitely appreciate that when you guys do that and share our videos, and so many of you do all of the time, which is really appreciated. I can't tell you how much that means to us. But some people also leave me comments and ask about like, what is my goal? Like, what am I trying to do with YouTube? And I'm really excited about the Analytics Guy, the other channel that we just launched, because it aligns to my passions a little bit more. It aligns to kind of my career. So my career is I'm a digital analyst for an advertising agency, and I work for these huge brands, and it's a lot of fun. And by me posting those videos over there now, it's something that I've been doing for my friends and colleagues here on YouTube, is like helping advise them, because I am a YouTube certified expert, and it's a knowledge set that I have. And if I can use my knowledge to help anyone, especially achieve a dream or a goal, like I'm absolutely gonna do that. It's always been sort of a dream of mine to help people in some way, and I've never really known what my calling is for that. And I had some friends at CVX Live, the legs of Leg Life, and Colin Bloodworth of Colin Bloodworth Fogs, and Zoe Wolf of Wolfpack Productions, all said, why don't you do this? Like, why don't you actually do that on YouTube? And I think I've always known that a little bit, that I should be doing that. And I guess I just I guess I was always reluctant. I was a little scared. There's other like really good creators in that space, but then it kind of took some talking into, and just maybe talking to myself, and I'm an expert. I have knowledge, and I've worked with brands, and that's actually a key thing that I have that other people don't, is that some people have learned the ropes and become an expert and someone that's really trusted source of information, but most do not have the privileges like I do, which is knowing how these brands operate from the inside, which has been really awesome. And I tell them about your vlog. Sadly, I don't think they're interested. These old people don't know what they're missing. Thank you, Kathy. We really appreciate that. I can't tell you how much that means to us that you would even mention that to someone of your friends, because we definitely try to make our content fairly interesting and entertaining, for sure. The Cribs video was a lot of fun to make, just because it was us just being weird and outrageous. And that video is like a perfect analogy, a perfect representation of Alison and I. Like, Alison's humor is like, she's kind of quiet, but then like slides this like awkward in and like seduces you with her awkwardness, which that's what happened to me back in the day. But then me, like I'm like outrageous and loud and obnoxious, and that was just a really fun video for us to shoot. That was so different, and it was a pain to edit, but I loved the way it turned out. I was actually thinking the other day that we are well overdue for more travel content. So give this video a thumbs up, the stream a thumbs up if you would like to see us do more travel content. We do and have been itching for trips. We are considering a few different countries that we would go to. Alison and I always try to maintain at least one country a year. We did go to the UK, France, and Spain for a hot second this year. But leave a comment down below if you're watching this later, or shoot me in the chat what countries you think we should go to and why. Would love to hear your thoughts. We've hit Europe up a lot. So I was just mentioning earlier in the live stream, a year ago today, we were in Santorini, Greece, which was phenomenal. It was gorgeous. I would go back to Crete in a second, which is where we went after Santorini. But where do you think we should go? We have been looking at maybe South Africa. We were looking at maybe even somewhere in Africa. We've been to Southeast Asia in the form of Thailand. We have been to, obviously, like we were just saying, to Europe. So just looking for some thoughts. Leave that in the chat or in the comment below if you're watching this later. Would really be interested in knowing what your thoughts and feedback are. Europe is not off the table. Of course we would go back to Europe, but maybe we want to see something a little bit different. Zurich was one of my favorite places that we've gone to, just because I just felt like I could live there. I don't know why, but Kathy says Scotland and Northern Ireland because I want to go there. You know what? Actually, it was kind of funny that you mentioned that. So I was saying to my mother, like, a business model that would actually be really cool, and I'll share this out in just the world of YouTube, because if any of you want to make this a real thing, I would be happy to see you do it. But for people who are like terminally ill or sick or can't travel for whatever reason or anything like that, like, what if you took requests in terms of like the things that they wanted to see, and then go and went and documented it? I don't know if now with the technology you can do like 360 videos and all kinds of cool stuff, and you could just go and like experience it and like document it for them. If only there was some way to like transmit the smells or something, that would be totally cool. But yeah, Northern Ireland, Scotland, I mean, that seems so cool. I would love to do that. Of course, I don't know what season to do that in. Would you do that in like summertime? Because like it's approximately on the same plane as like the northern part of the US, right? I think you'd do that in the summertime. But that's definitely on the list. Northern Ireland, Scotland, totally. That's part of like my family's heritage too, so I'd love to see that for the history. That's actually another good update. I have the boxes around here somewhere, but we've been converting all of those tapes to digital and saving those for everyone. That is an incredible process as well. Holy cow, it's really obnoxious, but I love it. Monique says, I want to go all over the world, so tell you the places I want to go if you want. I'll give you guys ideas. Yes, Monique, tell us, where would you want to go? If it was you, where would you want to go? That's what we want to hear. Love the idea you just shared from Dan King. Hey, Dan, what's up? Going to places that others would love to see but can't. Sign me up. Oh, need the funding. Yes, exactly. It would be a business for sure. But yeah, I mean, what we were just talking about was like helping people, and you know, especially if for something as like simple, I guess, as YouTube. You know, and why I say it's simple is like, what a concept, you know, of doing something like that. Really want to do that. I'm actually really excited for as this channel grows, and kind of looking back maybe even to a video like this and saying that, you know, if we grow a big enough channel, if we as a whole, because this is not just Alison and I, this is us. This is a community of us. And you know, especially things like social change or anything that us as a community can rally behind and inaugurate like real change or do real things for other people, like that is something that I am so excited to do. We are about 1,200 strong right now and have an incredible community with each of you. But as we grow this incredible community, that is something that Alison and I are very excited to do and look forward to. If we did meetups or things like that in the future, when, like I said, when we have like a pretty good following, we've often thought about doing some sort of like community service in the area in which we do a meetup, because it's not about us, you know, it's about you. The fact that you guys rally behind us and the fact that you guys watch our videos just blows our mind every single day. But rather than like coming to your town and you get to meet us, like that sounds silly and egotistical, and that's not kind of what Alison and I are about. But if we came to your town to like go pick up trash or, you know, go work in an old folks home or something like that, and we can get other people to do that too and hang out with us, like that sounds really cool and something we'd be excited about. Monique says Ireland, New Zealand, Australia. I have a list. I'll have to find a list for you guys. Yes, leave it, shoot us a message. We would love to hear that, but those places sound awesome. New Zealand is something that Alison and I have always wanted to do because we want to go to the actual Hobbiton, because we're nerds, but that's something we want to do. Australia seems like it's filled with all the bugs and animals that can just kill you. Which is so funny to think. We have met a couple friends, funny enough, that we met probably a year ago today. Bernadette and Matt are friends from Australia, whom I think are actually in the US right now. So if you're watching this, hey guys. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Monique goes on to say the Bahamas, because I think that's where the water is the clear. Might want to stay away from the Bahamas right now because of the hurricane, but yes, I know I've had family go to the Bahamas and absolutely love it. Fiji, I've heard, is phenomenal. I've actually heard one other place, I'll give you a glimpse of one other place that Alison and I are thinking about. India was on Alison and I's maybe list. And what people have told us who have gone there is that it's like entirely sensory overload, like all the people and the smells and all the everything. It's like not exactly a vacation, but it's like a culturing experience, which if you've watched any of our videos in the past, like that has been like truly one of the reasons why we travel, is to be cultured and to gain empathy and understand other people's perspectives. We may not understand another person's circumstance, but we want to try, you know? That's just kind of what Alison and I believe for pretty much everything, in something we believe in. But the Maldives is somewhere that we are targeting. It's very expensive, but you guys should Google Maldives and let me know what you think about that scenery, because it is crazy. Kathy P. always go to the United Kingdom in the summer, otherwise you'll freeze. We have heard that. Lee, who I don't think is on the stream right now, but hopefully Lee, if you're seeing this later, we're thinking about you, because she was so gracious and showed us around London when we were there. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I've heard that it gets kind of drizzly, cold, and whatnot. So we might have to take your advice on that one, that's for sure. Great questions, guys. Keep them coming. We love it. Share the stream if you guys are interested in bringing some of your friends into the channel too. Like I said, you guys are an unbelievable, amazing community that we love and just wanted to kind of unprovoked. In the future, we'll likely be scheduling these live streams. We're going to want to do them more and more for all of you. Just to give you kind of a town hall, give you guys a forum to chat with us. But yeah, I wanted to get on and just talk with you guys straight up. I want to go to Egypt. My grandma used to live there and want to see Israel. I also really want to see Israel, just because I am enthralled with ancient civilizations, and Israel seems like it would be a really cool place to see. Some people, and this is kind of a good point, and maybe to bring up with Israel, because I feel like Israel's one where it gets picked on a lot. People ask us, and especially when we went to Paris earlier in the year, people were concerned for us and said, like, why would you want to go to Paris. There was an attack there, or things like that. And Alison and I choose to not live our lives in fear. Alison and I have a very sound sense of, let's call it religious security in our beliefs. And we don't talk about that on the channel a lot, but it allows ourselves to not live with fear. Alison and I have a belief in terms of, you know, what happens after this life, and we're not afraid to meet that. However, we would like to stay in this plane as long as possible, so we're going to do things and keeping ourselves safe, but just to be always ready, you know, and that allows us the safety and security to live fearless. That there is a plan, there's a plan, and we know what's going to happen there. I don't say all this to alienate any of you that don't subscribe to any form of religion, but that to answer the question of are you guys afraid to travel or things like that is our answer. That we're definitely not afraid to travel and do things like that because of our beliefs. Monique, we love live streams too. Unfortunately, Alison wasn't able to be here for this one today, but next time, I promise you, she will be here. What do you guys think we should do live streams at? Some people have channels and they have different things like Patreon or things like that. That's not something that we're necessarily interested in. At least at this time, and because those sites, they do extra things like live streams and town halls like this, but we think that you know, our livelihood doesn't depend on just coming from YouTube or anything just yet, so we're just open to doing it like this. So leave in the chat in the comment section below if you're watching this later. What do you guys think? Should we do these monthly? You know, when would you like to have kind of the town hall with us? Kathy, totally agree. Common sense is key. No one should live in fear. Absolutely, we totally agree with that. Let me see. Just looking here. Oop, don't do that. Okay, sorry. I was just checking the live stream. I have, if any of you are new to the stream here, I have kind of a stream over here on the left that I'm using. So, because if your comments, I'm streaming from my phone right now. If your comments go away, I definitely still want to get to them and answer your questions. So I have the comment section over here. But yeah, other than that, I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm probably gonna conclude this live stream here in a few minutes, probably by 6:30 local time. It's about 10:02, so about 10 more minutes. They'll do the live stream. But what are you guys doing tonight? Do you guys have any weekend plans coming up? I would love to hear maybe what you guys have going on. We would love that. Prank each other sometimes. So I have to be honest. I'm scared to prank Alison because I have tried to play tricks on her sometimes, and sometimes I do it on the vlog, sometimes I do it after the vlog. And Alison is one who spooks very easy. So like you could just walk around a corner or she'll turn around and she'll like spook, which I think is incredibly funny. But it's not funny and just because she can't help it. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm only afraid because Alison is gonna get me back, and it's gonna be like 1,000 times worse because Alison is smarter than I. And any of you that have been married for longer than 10 minutes would likely say the same thing about your significant other, or in my case, wife, because she can own that title. She can just be smarter than I am. I'm okay with that. Sometimes I wish Kyle and McKenna would do pranking on their channel. I like watching them too, but wish they would do more live streams as well on YouTube. Yeah, I think they do some live streams. We love Kyle and McKenna. I've known Kyle and McKenna for years now. We used to work each other on YouTube on the back end. Even before Alison and I had our channel. We love them. I think they do a lot of live streams on Facebook. I think they do live streams like monthly or something on YouTube. I could be wrong, or maybe they used to. But you should just go over there and comment. Leave them a comment. Tell them that you came from the Riv and Al live stream and you loved it, and so they should do more live streams. And I guarantee they'll comment you back because they should. But Kathy says, this is his first live stream I've been, and it's great, Kathy. We're glad to have you. Beware of the hurricane. That's right, Kathy. You do live in Florida. Our thoughts are with you. Please be safe. Although you are in the Panhandle, as you just said in the comment, any of the subsequent storms that may or may not come north, yeah, please be safe. Our thoughts are with you. If everyone in the live stream can give your thoughts to those still affected in Texas and to Florida, as well as here in Oregon and Washington, in California, where all these fires have been just absolutely crazy, and people's lives affected. Definitely keep all of us in your thoughts, not me, but them. I really appreciate that. Kyle is scared to prank McKenna. See, because we are smart, okay? Like, we have been married longer than 10 minutes and know that, our wives are smart cookies, and we do not want to mess with that. Do not want to mess with that. That's for sure, because Alison would get me back so bad. Like, if Alison ever wanted to off me, it would be so easy, because I am a creature of habit, and because I'm a creature of habit, I do the same things in the morning and it would be awful. She would get me so bad. And Alison is such a good sport when I do accidentally spook her, or sometimes I will try to spook her on purpose. She takes it in stride. I would probably get mad. I gotta be honest, probably just because that would be my knee-jerk reaction. Because it would scare me so bad, I think. Oh my goodness. Alison's gonna have to rewatch this live stream, and then she's gonna get all the good ideas from you. But yeah, I am very excited for dinner, and I'm definitely excited to go, because we're gonna be going here in the next couple minutes, and I think we're getting a thing called hot chicken or something. It's a Thai dish or something, I think. Which I really like Thai food, if any of you guys are wondering. Also, we did get a note for the other day from someone who was asking about a mailing address. For any of you who actually watched 45 minutes into this live stream, you are the real MVPs. But Alison and I do obviously live in a new spot and have a mailing address. We're trying to decide what we want to do about that as when it pertains to YouTube. The other building was very secure and all kinds of things. Not to say that this building isn't. It is extremely secure. So I have no problem giving out mailing addresses. But we're actually considering getting a PO box, which would be cool for YouTube. So just kind of wondering there. Kathy says Thai food is wonderful. I totally agree, and you are wonderful. Speaking of wonderful, Christina Rippentrop has been joining the stream. Christina, hello. At the beginning of the live stream, about 47 minutes ago, I was talking about people who comment and how we appreciate and love. For everyone in the live stream, Christina, I bet you didn't know this was going to happen. I was talking about people and forming relationships with people and remembering things. People like Kathy and Josh and Christina who have been regular commenters. Christina, I think of anyone, and I don't mean to alienate anyone who may or may not be on the live stream, but Christina might be one of our more OG subscribers. Christina, leave in the chat right now if you remember how large we were when you subscribed. I'm thinking it was maybe 20 or 30. I could be wrong. Maybe it was later than that. Maybe it was earlier than that. But we definitely appreciate people like Christina, all of you, every single one of you. We appreciate so much. I was just talking about earlier how us creators, we talk about with each other the different things, and different commenters and people who are so sweet and give us feedback. We love all of you. Christina, you're one of those. All of you, every single one of you. Monique, you've been awesome in the chat today. Thank you so much. And I know you've commented before. I can't properly express how much all of you mean to us. It's been a real pleasure. Got about 4 minutes left in the chat here, so get your comments and things in the chat. If you want to, leave a comment below and we'll reply to you after this. But I said I was going to go to 6:30 local time, and that is coming up. Let's see, I'm reading Monique's. Monique, I am so sorry to hear that you had a loss. That is a funny story. That is a very funny story. Monique in the chat said that before my fiance passed away in 2009, I scared him where I got the best picture of him smiling, and I'm so glad I scared him. Long story to type it out, how I scared him and everything. I'm so happy that you have a memory like that. That's a big part of why we do YouTube as well, is to document and keep all of those memories forever. If a picture says 1,000 words, I think a video says infinite. So that's why we do that. But that is so special that you get to do that and have that. Let's see. But we got 3 minutes left here, and I am, like, again, I wanted to have kind of this little town hall with all of you and chat here and have that one-on-one time with each of you. Let us know in the comment section below after this video posts, or in the chat, what type of cadence that you want to do. Actually, that's a good point. I should probably say that. Christina, thanks for leaving that in the chat. For those of you who are subscribed, if you go next to, well, first of all, step one, if you're not subscribed, go subscribe. And then once the subscribe button pops up, there will be a little bell next to it. Go ahead and click that bell, and that way you can get notifications for when this videos and videos like this, any videos on our channel go live. You'll get a little notification, and then you can join the live streams like this. So we definitely appreciate it. Joanne says food tour of Portland. Kathy, have fun there. Thank you. We appreciate it. Love all of you guys. We can't wait to chat with you guys in the comment sections of our future videos. Stick around. We have huge, wide open content that's coming up. Lots of cool videos. We love you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.